What is up, you guys? So I know that you guys like your cheap, affordable, compliment getting fragrances. Now, before we go any further in this video, go ahead and comment down below what your scent of the day is. So what I have today are gonna be 5 fragrances that are on the more affordable end that will also bring in the compliments that you want. Now, if you are new here and this is the first video of mine that you've seen, consider hitting that like and the subscribe down below. All right, so number 5 on this list is gonna be one of my newer pickups from this year. It's one that I found at a rack store for under $20, but it can also be found at places like Fragrance X and Fragrance Net. Now, this is not the most popular from this line, but I do think it's one of the best. Guys, number 5 is gonna be Varvatos Artisan Blue. Now guys, with this fragrance, some of the main notes you're gonna get are gonna be bergamot and bitter orange, clary sage, pine, and cedar. Now, when most people think of Varvatos fragrances, they don't tend to think of this one first. They typically think of Varvatos Artisan Pure. But it turns out that I'm starting to enjoy this more than that fragrance. One, because the scent is better, and I get better performance out of this than I do with that. Their goal with Artisan Blue was to take the Artisan line and give it a blue scent, where the Varvatos Artisan Pure took a more floral route. Guys, this is really one that you do not want to miss out on, especially if you're on a hunt for a fragrance that's more affordable that will bring you in the positive attention. Now, number 4 on this list is gonna be one that you could probably go out to your TJ Maxx right now and find it, even though it's still pretty much brand new. Guys, number 4 on this list is gonna be Tommy Now Them. Guys, this is gonna be a warm, spicy, woody, citrus aromatic fragrance. Made notes of bergamot, some ginger and cardamom, and cashmere. Now with this fragrance, it is really kind of hard to pinpoint the main notes in it because it is such a cluster of a scent. Go ahead and put some. So the opening is very bright and very inviting, and most of the positive tension that you'll get from the scent will be in the opening. Once that half hour or the hour passes, it turns into much more of a cashmere and moss scent. So the warm, spicy kind of goes away and it kind of gets an earthy feel to it, where it's still nice and you'll receive the positive tension, but I do wish that there was some more to the base than just, just that. Now, number 3 is one that I don't hear talked about at all on YouTube, but I hear talked about a lot amongst like regular people that don't collect, hundreds of fragrances. This is one that is bought by a lot of people. And I can only assume that it's not mentioned much here on YouTube by other fragrance reviewers simply because the performance on this is lackluster. But man, this scent is amazing for what it is. If you were to use this leaving the gym or going to the beach, it would make for such an affordable, compliment-getting fragrance. Guys, number 3 is going to be Clinique Happy for Men. Now, having been released in 1999, it has seen its fair share of reformulations in both the scent change and the performance change. But it's still such a great scent, where the main accords are gonna be citrus, green, aromatic, marine, and woody, with main notes of orange, lime, some rose, cypress, and cedar. Now, they do list a few more notes than just that, but there's not much else that's there. Primarily, it's gonna be an orange scent. I mean, it's just a very happy-go-lucky kind of scent. Nothing to be taken too seriously. This is an absolute gem, though, for like a spring or summer day. On days where you don't want to wear an aquatic, you don't want to wear something that's too floral, this is a great one to go with. And again, this one can be found pretty easily at discounters. Like, they probably have a surplus of these, honestly. And number 2 on this list, guys, is gonna be one that cost a lot of money initially. And it was really hard to get, but then it suddenly discounted. I don't know if it's discontinued, the company went bankrupt or whatever happened. But they started popping up at discounters like TJ Maxx, which is where I got this one. Guys, number 2 is going to be Bergamot from Commodity. As you guys can see here, it's a pretty nice like matte glass bottle. And it's a pretty nice presentation here, guys. This is definitely a high-end kind of bottle here. But what I get with the scent primarily is gonna be your citrus and your florals. And with a name like Bergamot, you expect for it to be pretty heavy in the bergamot. And each time that I've worn this, the only downside that I've gotten from it is that the bergamot, ironically enough, dies off first, and then turns into primarily gonna be a floral musk scent. But it's very enjoyable. It reminds me in a lot of ways of Renaissance by Xerjoff. The main difference with this, though, is that it doesn't have that piercing opening. This really is like a mellow citrus in the opening. But why I chose this over Clinique Happy for this spot, because these citruses hang around for a bit longer, giving this a really nice and unique scent in the dry down. Again, guys, this might pop up at your TJ Maxx. If it does, and you find it for about 20 bucks, get to it. And at number 1 is gonna be a scent that I never hear about here on YouTube, like at all. I think it's been reviewed a couple times. I think Mark at Robes Away reviewed this, but guys, number 1 for this summer and spring is gonna be SoCal from Hollister. It's sweet, it's fruity, and reminds you of the beach. I tried real hard to find some notes in this, but I can't. Let me just kind of get a spray onto my hand here real quick. Think like a sweet, warm pineapple orange scent with some ozonic or aquatic notes that are kind of lingering underneath. It really does smell like the scent of a beach, while being kind of warming. So it's not overly salty, it's not overly aquatic. It's like the scent of riding a longboard down some street near a beach in California. That's what you get with this. But the same with Clinique Happy. This is not a very serious scent. It's not super masculine. It's not gonna be something that you're gonna put on and people are gonna smell you across the room. This is just like a very easygoing kind of scent. This is a very easygoing scent. It's one that will garner you a lot of compliments, and that is still fairly cheap. Now, rumor has it, or eBay has it, that this has been discontinued. It may or may not be discontinued, but I would check that out if I were you. But guys, that is today's video. I will see you all tomorrow. And guys, like I always say, keep it gent, and I will see you all next time.